All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
Link Click, Season 2, Episode 9.
All right.
9 already.
Long has been taken, but maybe he went and got taken of his own accord.
Yeah, maybe this was an intentional mission, an infiltration of sorts.
He is bleeding out, though.
He is bleeding out, but you know, that's their problem. That's their
true.
problem. If they want to keep him alive for whatever they need him for, you know, then they better save him.
Yeah, the part that we haven't really fully gone through, though, is how much time has Shen Jiashi been piloting Lu Guang, though, since that point. Because if he's able to do it, why not do it well into being captured, you know?
Oh, sure, yeah. No, the fact that they were able to go, like, in a lot of ways, they only really need, like, an hour to wait. And then it's like, okay, we know where they are.
Right.
Because he just catches up to when they take him to the spot, and then, okay, there you go.
Easy.
Yep.
Easy.
But if it's a place that Mr. Kean owns, then that could be some, like...
Well, right, but he could have all kinds of things that would be hidden. You know?
Totally. But
they
like,
wouldn't be able to get his data and stuff like that from the government or whatever. Something like that. But yes, we have a man on the inside, effectively, depending on how the story chooses to play this. But also the reveal that Li Tianxi is not the one that's been doing all this.
Nope.
It's Li Tianzhen. But also that could be something more because of the way in which
they're behaving.
We don't fully understand the powers and the dynamic that is going on between Mr. Kean and Li Tianzhen.
Our whole theory of like, okay, they're willing to do whatever because they'll be able to change the past so it won't matter. That's just a theory. It could be something completely different. And this brother is very different from how we saw him in the past. So
right. He is absolutely the one, though, that was... like, he absolutely feels personality-wise like the one that was piloting Xiaoling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So as long as we keep operating on the idea that they do end up getting the ability to do this, it's just a future version of him that did that or something to try and gain information or, probably just gaining information, scouting and stuff like that, or just a way to protect themselves because they were using the kid, and then he ended up almost spilling too much, and then, of course, they had to have him kill himself. So
keeping track of plot threads in a time travel show is whack.
Y'all. It is whack. Yeah, there's so much to keep track of.
Yep.
But all right, y'all. Without further ado, let's get into this. Right. And then
the
he went into the bathroom and someone saw him. That's right.
他应该就是砸破玻璃窗，分散你们的注意，然后躲在厕所，趁机溜走的。
Oh, because that's not what he did.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So he thought that's what it is, but it's actually not.
Right. Maybe he left the phone as the clue in the bathroom, but...
Right. It couldn't have worked that way because he goes out the door. See, like, they're different.
So...
They're covering all the bases. Oh, shit.
Oh.
Did that happen in the original episode?
Maybe. But I would think if he saw, like, an eyeball, you know...
I mean, he might not have...
Like, it's dark enough that he's not sure if he actually saw something.
You know what I'm getting the vibe of?
Yeah. This was like time traveler setup type stuff.
Yeah.
This is like some Bill and Ted's, like, you know, remember a garbage can.
Right.
其实有无数种可能，但陆光用他自己来拯救你，这就是命运的必经之路。
It'd be so wild if, like,
不问将来。
like Lu Guang was intentionally trying to think of something during this point to communicate to.
Oh yeah, right. Because if he knows that
him.
He's gonna come back to inhabit him here, like that. Yeah, you could almost get into some memento stuff where it's like, okay, you know,
right. Writing on yourself makes more sense probably because it's not gonna be as influenced by him being piloted.
Right.
But you'd have to have written it before because motor function wouldn't be yours during that
and also
time.
like if Cheng Zheshi
God,
got
this
yeah, it's so good. But if he got forced out of Li Tianxi in the past, and that was
Right.
because another time traveler, say, hopped into her there, what happens to the person who regularly inhabits the body when someone pops into there? Do they just go dormant?
They go dormant, probably.
Probably, like, because I guess if they have no
They
ability,
just no memory, yeah.
right, because if they have no ability to exist in some sort of
Well, no,
disconnected
actually,
astral
what
state,
probably
then
no.
they
It
just
probably
freeze.
is actually way more subtle than that. No.
Okay.
No, they definitely would have memory of it. No, they definitely would have memory because otherwise they'd be people who are like, what? Why? Why
yeah,
did
why
black
don't I have
out?
memories of this? But as far as like cognizant ability to control yourself in that moment, right? Like, would you be able to still think in that moment? Would the other person be privy to your thoughts at that moment? Like,
Yeah, lots of questions, but they're not. Probably told to us in the first 3 episodes. Whoa. Personal, intimate
看得我热泪盈眶。
backstory with Mr. Kean.
这就是我老公
yeah,
钱进。
Whoa.
okay,
哦，经常听 Lisa 提起您，
oh,
大侦探钱
right, because his story had tragedy as well.
Yeah.
前天你们一起去看的那个新场地怎么样？听说租金更便宜。
前天还没找到合适的呢。
就是天腾路上那个老厂房，前天晚上吃过晚饭去看的。
嗨，
Is there an
Oh.
affair happening?
那么贵，根本就没想过能租那儿。
我记得那里的老厂房改制之后是做商用办公的呀。
He's been following them, yeah.
后面有一个特别小的场地，做办公面积有点尴尬，就偷偷对外招租了。哎，走吧，一起吃饭去。
啊，你们去吧，我就不当电灯泡旁插一脚。
Uh-huh. You
Yeah.
scared him. Yeah.
Oh shit.
That
Okay.
was intense.
Okay. I like
Shit.
前队，
He basically did the like.
Sorry.
I think his wife
你怎么来了？
noticed
现在跟着肖丽，还
I
习惯
think
吗
so.
你有时间也多回家关心
that.
关心
Yeah,
嫂
yeah,
子
yeah. He's not
经
just having
常一个人在家
time
怪孤单
with
的。
her. Yeah.
我女朋友也抱怨过我好几次。
Yeah.
你们都快结婚了吧？前进，好吧，
Shit.
差不多少喝点。
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was gonna go there, but
Yeah.
all right. Well, we understand who is quite a bit better now.
有件事，其实早就该告诉你。
What? What?
Let it overflow. Yeah. 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 Oh. What is going on?
A
We're getting
comedy
stage
after
play.
that? Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting a
Uh-huh.
we're getting a stage play. Well, I mean, if you go by the playwright's version of comedy, you know what that
Yeah.
actually means, right? Yeah.
All right. I like that
Oh.
we're continuing with this.
Oh.
So did he kill his wife? Did he kill
Oh.
both of them?
I love this. The noir, depressing, like
Oh yeah, the
Like-
art choice for this is
Yeah.
fantastic.
哦，对了，
the
案
off
发现场还
blue,
有留来的
green,
两个盒子
gray, rather than
我
just a
们到的时候
straight
各个
monochrome, you
还
know,
紧
as
紧地
well.
不放。
Yeah, that slight, like almost Matrix vibe. Oh, and then
Oh,
color comes
here
back
comes
into
the
it right
color,
there.
yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh, the kid's eyes. Shit.
哎，前队，
Okay.
No, that's wow.
All right.
Wow.
It's still got all the shadows and stuff, but there is
Yeah.
color.
到底发生了什么事？
All right. Nice.
Dang, he's a good officer too. Oh shit.
Both of them.
Oh. Oh my god.
Oh, that okay. All right. That huh.
然后你们就跟着他了。
Wait.
我记得你跟我说过，
Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah.
没错，野兽是饿了才会去捕食，而猎人不一样。
Yeah.
我相信不久的将来，你一定会遇到那个让你成为猎人的机会。
时间差不多了，再不走就该迟到了。
我们还会再见面吗？
Come on, give us the name.
一定会的。
We said Master Liu. That's the kid from season 1.
Oh. Oh, okay.
你找谁呀？
啊，是刘京刘总让我来的。
Right, right.
All right.
刘少爷，客人说是来找刘总的。
Yeah, your friend.
是我约的人，
Mm-hmm.
让他们进来吧。
今天是有什么事情要找我吗？
这个是谁？看着还挺面熟的呀。
Yeah.
喂，
So not natural
是不是在
blonde.
哪儿见
Bleached his hair, maybe.
该不会是个哑巴
Well,
吧？
yeah, bleaching hair, it's
刘公
not.
子，有事说事嘛，何必骂人呢？
我要那些在网上带头骂我的人永远闭嘴。
Good. That's
No
all I
problem.
needed to
Yeah.
hear.
我
Uh
知道
huh.
你有能力办。
Now,
刘公子，你喝多了。
Wow. Wow, nice.
我已经挑好了。
So they're just
All right.
giving him they're just getting the information that he has the motivation to do it himself so that they can use
Right.
him to do it. Yeah.
我可没有能力，得看他愿不愿意。
Oh.
but
This is their partnership though.
yeah. But
He's not speaking for the kid, you know?
well, I get the feeling this is. Oh, okay. All right. Never mind. That quick.
Oh,
For a second
are they
there-
trying to show that they have the same laugh and that Mr. Kean is taking over him, like from the
这
future?
就说明他同意了。
I don't know, cause
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, right.
back to this.
Yeah. What he's doing all this for, maybe, you know?
Sure.
To go to this place.
The fact that we're going back to this when we've had all of that like creepy psycho laughter and stuff.
Right.
I'm expecting there to be another shoe that drops, and then, like we see that he's actually found this place, but
Ah.
okay.
And they carry it together.
那个男老师是不是对人家老婆有意思呀？怪不得我看他隔三差五就往这儿跑呢。
Gotcha. The rumors that they
Yeah.
heard.
Yeah. Right, right.
Yeah. Okay. So of course he acts up at school.
我都看见
Yeah.
了。
What they came back to. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Shit. Oh
I
my
love
god.
this. I love this decision. And even in the fairy tale view, they're still not gonna show what happened next.
No.
Okay, so
In before, what are you doing? Stand up. Didn't you start all this?
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
In before, just wanted to throw it out there.
Yep. Because if he said he killed them, it might have just been like talking about the
Right.
dad, but
Well, I think it might have also theoretically been.
and then the hunter shows up.
Yeah. Here's the weapon that you can use to. With this, you can go
Yeah.
and slay beasts. Damn, this is
Okay.
cool. It makes
Oh yeah,
the people that spread the rumors.
yeah. And I don't think that's just a figurative thing.
No,
Yeah.
no, not at all.
Yep. There's one.
Oh my god.
Now let's keep going. Yeah. More too.
He's gotten good at it. Shit.
But I love the idea that now it's like, at the beginning we only saw the two, which, might have just been representative of the larger whole.
Right.
But also, like, if it's something where, like, once you start going,
Right, see how his eyes are glowing red now a little bit too?
Yeah, uh-huh.
They're like halfway red.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and now she's safe.
And now he's no longer... Oh, wait, she has the same eyes, too. Never mind, never mind. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Holy shit. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, this is amazing. This is incredible. Ah. All right.
Nice.
其实早就该告诉你，
Yeah, what was it?
你妻子死的时候，已经怀上了孩子。
Oh.
With the crying in the background.
Ah. Wow.
男老师是不是对人家老婆有意思
Yeah.
呀？怪不得我
Sure.
让他呀，隔三差五就往这儿跑。
Yeah. Yeah, we
Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
朋友，让我们为世界少了一个垃圾。
Maybe it's just because he enabled him, but then also put him in contact with this guy.
我相信不久的将来，你一定会遇到那个让你成为猎人的机会。
Oh shit. Oh shit. Cause Lumen had had been taken over and knew that person would come, if they needed him.
Yeah.
So in the past, Lumen also encouraged him potentially while being piloted.
I don't think that's what they're getting at.
Okay.
你怎么会在这儿？
Yep. Boom! God, I love this very straightforward choreography where they try to avoid the skin-on-skin contact. Yeah.
在这条命运的必经之路上，所有的偶然，也都终将成为必然。
Right.
但是，对不起，陆光，为了你，我想沿
Nice.
着这条路继续走下去。
Oh no!
Oh shit.
Oh no!
And this is why you gotta communicate.
Oh shit!
Okay. Now, this is where things will get really interesting. Because this going to...
Was that the...
Well, this might be where we figure out whether it's a schism to a different timeline or a rewriting of the timeline.
So you could have two futures that are battling for the past to validate themselves, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Well,
holy shit.
Shit.
We got ourselves a full-on stage play here.
Yeah, I love the choices that were made in this so much.
We broke this episode into a full-on, three-part performance here.
Mm-hmm.
All of it contextualized within the running sequence of Cheng Zhaoshi piloting Lu Guang to go and save Cheng Zhaoshi, while also then giving us the backstory of
our antagonists. Yeah, and I love that.
I fucking love that.
Especially with the reveal that okay, it wasn't Li Tianxi, it was Li Tianchen. Okay, cool. Then, now that we fully have the identity, right, that answers that question of how it was like, oh, wait, the sister's acting really different. Here we go. Now we actually see exactly why it's the brother, exactly how he got to the place that he is. That's probably when his power awoke, and hence him killing the dad.
Yeah, and it's that whole thing of where he, probably either used his power and controlled the mom potentially and had her kill the father and then kill herself. Like that's one way of looking at it. It could also be the thing of where it's no, I just came in and I just killed them myself.
Yeah, right.
You know?
Like any number of things. And I like that with the way that it's presented, we don't need to know all of the details.
No,
right?
we do know that this could line up really well with the point of Chen Zhaoshe being shunted out, though.
Sure, yes. But the idea that basically, okay, like, this was a horrifically traumatic event for the both of them, right? That absolutely changed and shaped who they are. So that the details of that event and even the things that followed, we don't get a literal view into what happened.
No.
But we don't need that. We are able to get the emotion of what happened and understand the broad strokes of the plot details of it, right? And to then understand how we got to be here.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like that it's something where the way and you said it, like how Mr. Kean sees himself in the brother. Like I really like that because and like the timing of it.
The timing of it is
that's
cruel.
Yeah.
It's a comedy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the thing is that the parallel that he has in the story is not to Li Tianchen, it's to the murdering dad.
Right. Yeah.
That's the parallel.
Yeah.
And so you didn't escape. You're right back where you were at the beginning, but now you don't even realize that that's what's happening.
Except
right?
from his perspective, he also believes he's the son as well.
Oh,
Because
sure.
He murdered that, that lying, cheating bitch, basically. Like he did the thing of where it's whose fault is it? Who's
right. And whose child was it? Like, was it my child and I killed my own kid? Was it?
It doesn't matter. It could have been anybody's. He doesn't know.
Yep.
That's the fucked up thing about it. It's a fucking theater comedy.
Yep.
It's
a bad joke.
It's a bad joke. Yep.
Yeah.
I love it.
I love it.
Oh.
That's a great way to bridge the gap between where we like how we understood the brother versus the person that we saw at the end of season 1.
Yeah.
I fully buy the connection now. And given that the Mr. Kean and Li Tianchen have such similar levels of like breaking to all of the events that life has given them.
Yeah.
They would, of course, then encourage all of the worst aspects of each other, right? And that's how you get the sort of peer relationship where, he'll come in and be like, wait, I've got an idea, right? Because as much as he is teaching him, yes, I'm the hunter, here's the bow, learn how to shoot the pesky little animals. They're both all sorts of fucked, right? Like, and so, yeah, it makes sense that this would then just like iterate on itself to the point where, yes, they have their little cackle fest, right, with Min Liu, and the idea also that was Min Liu. I love that, because I was like, wait, it's same hair color, so are they setting it up to be Chen Zhaoshe? No, not at all, not at all. Yeah,
yeah. The sequence of events being one that brings us into Chen Zhaoshe's head with the idea that things can't be changed. Because all the coincidences stacked up just perfectly that allowed you to be able to get out of here with this. And I mean, it's to an unnerving
to the
degree.
point that he's not just thinking, right, this is the past can't be changed thing. He's like, no, this feels like time, stuff. Like this is not just.
Well, no,
hey.
that's us. That's us.
Well, okay.
That. He didn't say
sure.
that. It's just the idea that how could this actually have worked out,
And my crackpot theory is that the fact that things are stacked up to make it so that even when he makes those mistakes, he still is able to get to that place, right? Like they aren't like critical mistakes that fuck up the whole thing. I think that's actually maybe that Lu Guang has planned it out even further, and he did want him to come here. Maybe not necessarily like save him, but that is proof in the pudding that he wasn't safeguarding against his own actions because he knows what to do. He's safeguarding against when somebody else inhabits my body that doesn't know what to do.
Right.
Right. Okay, here we go.
Right. But it'll be fun to see because they ended the episode right before he ends up basically either stopping and not getting on the boat, or whatever happens next.
Which is great because
the perfect dramatic tension left.
Perfect dramatic tension, but not just because it's great on its own. Taking into context of the previous episode, I absolutely love it because the previous episode had the same cliffhanger. And the way that we handled that was through, wait, things keep happening, we're not going to slow things down, but we didn't address that fully. It's a mystery of exactly how that happened, why we didn't have to deal with the consequences of, oh shit, you got seen in the past. And so now we're going to end the episode on basically the same kind of situation where we're further along in the past, but it's still in the past. And oh hey, something's about to change. We think, but what does that even mean if that happens?
What does it mean?
Like, is that a way to save Lu Guang before he ever gets taken? Is that something that then fucks everything up because now, divergent timelines or something?
Well, right now, we're operating on a set of world building where you can change the past. You shouldn't, according to Lu Guang, but also you absolutely cannot change like junctures, like big changing things.
Whether or not someone gets kidnapped feels like a pretty big juncture.
It feels like it could, but it doesn't have to be.
It doesn't have
nothing.
to be.
There's nothing established in the world building right now that this is one of those junctures.
Right.
They typically focus around death as being one of the big junctures.
Yeah, that's the like the ultimate juncture, right? Like it's hard to argue that one isn't a juncture, you know. But
the only thing that we know is very much carried through with regards to the idea of there being, alternate world lines and stuff, is that the memories of them changing the events still exist when they return back after their slight adjustments.
Which would suggest that it's a divergent timeline thing rather than an actual rewriting.
Well, right, but because they're not returning and just living through the past, they're actually they're reverting back to that place. So
that's actually interesting.
But the other people have no memory of the
So given
the previous events of things.
Given that you revert to the place that you were at, is it possible that you could basically, when you go back in time, you're actually hopping and creating a parallel world line? You go back to your original place in the original world line, and then you just don't realize that that's why it's like, oh, you don't think that anything's changed because it's actually just creating a different world line going off this way that you're not observing?
That's generally why I would assume Lu Guang is like, you shouldn't change things. It's because he can't know that. But whatever it is with his power or his foresight or his just knowledge in general by doing whatever he's done, he believes you shouldn't do it.
Right.
And whatever that is, or he believes it enough to tell Cheng Jiashi like many times, like, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Probably because he has enough foresight or enough awareness to be able to know, hey, changing it is actually a net negative. Going the way that I've pre-described for you is actually the best way to do it.
And that's where I think the way that they'll backpedal off of this like cliffhanger without actually backpedaling is that Cheng Jiashi will realize, he's like, no, wait, hang on. The things that coincided to lead me here, da-da-da-da-da.
Lu Guang wanted this.
Lu Guang wanted this. I'm going to go along with it.
I'm going to go along with it. I'm going to trust him.
And I'm going to trust him and then also see where the hideout is, right? Like, because that's the ultimate way to be able to rescue him.
And yet the reason why he would have this then moment to stop, but have it also be a moment where he undoes it himself, feels like he would need some kind of stimuli from Lu Guang.
Well, and so something that I'm kind of curious about, doesn't necessarily play into that, but if he's inhabiting Lu Guang and then Lu Guang gets mind controlled, does that mean that he gets mind controlled while inhabiting Lu Guang's body? Does he then get stuck, not being able to bamf out until the full 12 hours is done?
He would probably, okay. Well, no. This is actually really important here. Okay, hold on. Stop everything.
Yeah.
I just realized something. The point of touching has a through line here. What is the activation thing? Yeah, touching. But when it's two different people, there's an assisted aspect to it.
Right.
They're piggybacked.
Yeah, they're connected while he jumps back in time. Yeah.
Right. But what could be basically being set up here is that's why the mind control thing even works, is that it might not even be mind control.
Like, what do you mean? Like
Like it's something that assists a piloting process. Like it's not actually mind control.
And so
it's
that's
just when I do this, that activates my power.
So then that's the connection point between it being siblings, is that they have their own connection, and the brother is doing his half of the power.
The brother is
just
doing
with someone else.
Right. The brother is doing his half, basically.
Right,
and while it's probably not exactly the same, it doesn't have to then be that.
Right.
Because then if it's mind control, there's like all kinds of other things there. And that's why he has to keep holding the hand.
Right.
Because I'm literally maintaining
this
the pilot's
yeah.
connection to this person.
So here's...
Which could be the twin angle, but then it would feel weird.
Okay, so
unless it was then a future version of someone, which we've speculated that for a while now.
Well, so I think this episode actually did some really like 5-head things to like clear that up.
Oh, it did.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Yes, it could totally get into potential like more in-depth exploration of power mechanics and things like that. But one of the things that has been like something that I've just been thinking in the back of my head with this like season in general is we peeled back the onion from the first season a lot,
yeah.
And it's a ton of fun. Is the onion going to get peeled back a layer further for like the next season?
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
And I can totally see that happening. But with these time travel, like with time travel stuff, right? You don't want it to balloon up too big, right? You have to be able to actually rein it in.
Right.
And this episode did a lot by exploring the backstories and the motivations of the antagonists of this arc/season, clarify things so that we can know that the buck stops there.
Right.
Right? You know, the dark-haired character wasn't some new character that's setting up a season 3 antagonist. It's Min Liu, right? That's the situation, right? And so now we can know, okay, that's what the deal is. We now fully understand the context and the
human story.
The human story at play in this season.
Yeah.
Now we can go into progression, you know, and so that's something that I think was a great choice to do, especially here, because like, okay, episode 9 of a season, yeah, makes sense. So
yeah, we've only got a couple left, and having this being done here answers some questions that we had literally when Mr. Kean was pacing around the room. We were like, so could you like kind of emote a little bit more, kind of give us a little bit of something? And he kind of did a lot just to be the shock of like,
the fuck is this?
What the fuck is this? Yeah. So that was plenty, but now we get the full thing of no. He lost his humanity. He lost his hope. He's fully in despair. He broke. He killed his wife. He killed his wife while she was pregnant. Then he ends up trying to go back into work, ends up having this coincidental, line up with this job.
And I love the way that at the beginning, when he finds the kids, my instinct when I saw that and he goes and he hugs them is, oh, this is his tether, right? Like this is how he doesn't fully snap. And then it's then he finds the kindred spirit in somebody else who's also snapped. And then it's okay, you know.
Yeah, it was the moment of, if you will, he, yes, I think that was what was being presented as for a moment, he had hope. He had an opportunity to showcase that he was capable of love, and
helping somebody else,
empathy, and all these aspects that are human.
Right.
And in that moment there, this kid's lack of empathy, this kid's moment of
it reminded him
elation.
of the sick joke of reality.
Yeah, exactly. And then he's like, "Oh, yeah, fuck.
Yeah, okay, I'm not crazy. Yeah, exactly. Right, we get it.
Yeah, it's all a fucking joke, right? Yeah. Like in some ways, I actually really liked the description that the other officer gave of the murder. Basically, that it seems like they just accidentally killed each other. There was a murder weapon, was a hammer and a knife. And it's the thing of where it's like, yes, they were trying to kill each other and they both died. But he said, no, they accidentally killed each other.
Well, and I think
it's that kind of little extra difference to be like, one of them just could have ended up living and while the other one was bleeding out, we could have come in time. But no, they both ended up dying.
And the reason why I think that is because the husband was succeeding in killing the wife, right?
Yes.
Like we as we got to see that fairy tale land way to get it very grisly subject matter without actually going into it, which we already saw. But that's one of the things that I appreciated about it is because then it's seeing it through the perspective of the children.
Right. No, I got that. I'm just saying that
then,
it's a beautiful way to show something again and give us all this new animation.
But even then, with that, we don't get the. It makes me think of the part of the boys where you go into the like the character that is silent and stoic, and then you see the backstory where it goes animated and then it gets very brutal and grisly.
Yes.
We don't see the actual brutal and grisly stuff happen in the scene, right? So I'm thinking the wife is basically dead. Then the brother comes in and basically either
controls the we know he controlled the wife on some level, and so because she's the one that actually picked up the weapon.
Exactly. And so then, even though she was physically incapable of actually fighting back, a la you can't walk, but you can still walk when you get controlled.
Yeah.
Then she's able to actually kill the husband.
Well, the part that I still think is fucked is that she's still dead.
Yeah. There's
something that needs to be explored there, and that's why I brought up the whole thing of maybe it's not a mind control thing, was because he was shunted out. Cheng Jiaoshi was shunted out.
Yes, and shunted out of the attempt.
Right. So if it's just something that makes you dormant, like a mind control, and now you are compliant, I don't think you would get shunted out. Visually, the way that they've described the way they've described the ability basically is that when he's holding them, when he's specifically holding them. We've never seen any other thing there.
They don't have a lot of personal agency. They tend to just do whatever, he gets them to do.
They do nothing.
But they don't do anything other than that. Yeah.
Right. They don't emote. They don't, if anything, they walk horrendously slow too.
I could see that being an element of shunting them out where it's they don't have agency anymore and so they're not there anymore,
Well, okay, sure. But then that's
Yeah.
It's not mind control. It's not.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
It's closer actually to their own ability.
It's more puppeteering.
But then
it
would be just someone that has the same ability as them via different activation methods, maybe, but actually just really bad at it. They have the exact same ability, but they're just really not good at it.
Yeah. Well, and that's. Yeah, and that gets back to the getting into the nature of the abilities. How can they take the abilities? That's where I think they're setting up season 3. In that, I don't think any of now that we saw their dynamic here, I don't think any of them know how to do that.
Well, okay. Still, the shunting out thing is an actual that's
a literal thing.
That's a literal thing that happened. But then also, this is the other thing that just needs to be reminded here. They leave the present when they do this. Cheng Jiaoshi literally leaves. His body disappears into the ether. We have the kid walking, still being there, doing this. If there's any connection to the ability, he shouldn't be able to do this and walk around.
That's why I think it's an entirely different ability. And then the stuff that we get at the end of season 1 is when they
shunting then.
I think it's
to draw a connection.
I think it's because so if the stuff at the end of season 1 is someone getting Cheng Jiaoshi's ability in the future and going back to that point, it could even be Cheng Jiaoshi.
Because they're not being a zombie there. They're actively going around laughing and talking and doing stuff. That's a fundamentally different ability. Right? Because that's what Cheng Jiaoshi does, basically. With what Chao Ling. When Chao Ling is being piloted.
Yeah.
That's not the same level of just
exactly. Completely different, right?
Yeah.
So I think the way that the shunting out of Li Tianxi works at that point is that this in and of itself is a very critical juncture because one, if you're ever wanting to save these kids, this would be where you'd need to go back to in order to make it so that things didn't happen that way. But then two, even not from thinking about saving the kids standpoint, just eliminating the number of people with powers out there, right? And maybe also getting rid of the trail.
Sure.
Or even making sure that it went the way that it went. This is where you'd go, right? And so at some point in the future, someone goes back to this moment, right? In order to either change things or make sure that things go this way. I think the make sure that things go this way makes a bit more sense given that Cheng Jiaoshi experienced it. and you can change the past, but actually, I don't know. Time travel is weird to think about, but
correct me if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Correct me if I'm wrong here. When Cheng Zhaoshi is getting shunted out, it's a really dumb question. Who is he getting shunted out of again?
Li Tianqi.
The daughter.
The daughter, yeah.
Do you...
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
But the one with the power is the
brother.
boy.
Yeah.
So
there's the possibility...
So wait, then it is her.
Okay, so
then it is her.
Okay, so there are things, if they wanted to do a truly crazy twist.
It has to be,
Truly
right?
crazy twist. They pull a thing that happened in another show that I'm not going to say for the sake of spoilers.
Yeah.
But, two siblings, very traumatizing things,
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
And then one of them, it's not who you think it is,
right,
and the other one covers for the other to help them with it, right?
Sure. Which is the whole theme of the boy here.
Right.
Of Tianchen.
But given the whole thing of Li Tianqi being like, hey, I need you to save my brother, right? I don't think that's what the situation is. But yeah, I see what you mean of like, this does seem like the kind of thing where like, even before, like when we got just the first episode of that backstory and we didn't see the stuff that came after, my initial thought was that this was going to be when her power awakens and then she, kills the father or something like that, right? But then...
Right, because remember, the Tianchen gets actually hit with the hammer. That was part of the fantasy bit here. And then everything starts going on in the abuse side of things. He covers her eyes, takes her to the actual, positive memories there.
Right.
Then, some point here...
Right.
Then she grabs the hammer, fade to black. Lu Guang has a little, moment here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he was like, wait, Cheng Zhaoshi, what happened,
And then say your last words. Wait, with the... Actually, yeah, and it's the wife. Yeah.
Yeah. And he gets, what did you just do? Did we completely disconnect on either? I couldn't see or hear a thing, and then...
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's saying you didn't leave voluntarily.
Right, didn't clap his hands or anything like that.
I've never been through anything like this before. Yeah.
So, okay.
So, this is the thing.
All right.
Brother's ability, if we go that it's different, didn't do this.
98% yes. The weird way that I just thought of, what if the way that the brother's ability awoke was not to kill the father, but it's I need to make sure that my sister actually does not look at this, does not whatever. And so he actually starts using his ability on the sister to make her just quiet. It's okay.
Again.
And then that shunts him out. Yeah, I know. But yeah.
No,
Yeah, so...
It would have happened earlier. It would have happened with the fairy tale bit then,
Sure, yeah.
That would have happened.
Right.
I love that idea. If it was the case, then it would have happened right here.
Yeah.
When they went into the fairy tale land. Because in some ways, I love that he's subconsciously using some aspect of it. But it's that whole vagary of, mind control. And
and superpowers being used to explore the mundane.
Right, exactly. But the idea that this point here... I've been operating on wrong data in my mind because I forgot actually who he was piloting back in the flashback.
Gotcha.
This changes everything because then it's clearly the sister. Because the sister gets piloted.
Right.
That's gotta be what it is. And the part that's maybe sad or scary about this is that either the sister piloted the mom.
And then as a result of her using her own ability, Cheng Zhaoshi was shunted.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because effectively, whoever was inhabiting her body gets forced out to go inhabit the mom, but Cheng Zhaoshi doesn't have an ability to inhabit the mom, and so he just leaves. And then...
Right. But then the part that's still confusing here is so then if the brother is the one that was in Shaolin, because of the whole interaction there, then what?
Well, yeah. If it so if that's where my whole idea of the sibling switcheroo, is.
But we already had that.
No, exactly. So I don't think they do it again.
Right.
But yeah. I don't know.
But then, Mr. Kean having this incredible backstory bit, and having all this dramatic art to describe it and stuff. Not even notwithstanding all the stuff with the animated little fairy tale adventure.
Excellent choice.
Excellent choice. But then having the parallel maybe with all this leading up to the point at which Lu Guang saves somebody. I kind of like the idea that we're setting up another protagonist of another story in Tianchen, in that his whole thing was to save his sister here.
Right. And I loved that in the fairy tale bit where he's just hunting the little birdies. Once his sister gets scared and starts to run, then he's like, oh shit.
He drops everything. And
he drops everything, right? Because it's now I actually realize that something must be wrong with what I'm doing, or something wrong is happening, because all of this is to make sure that you're safe, and she doesn't feel safe.
So the way that they could have the switch go back around again is the idea that, they're siblings. They've got the whole symbolism of where they exhibit, two halves of a whole. They have
they complement each other. They watch out for each other.
Right.
Yeah.
If she has the ability, or if she gets
or
the
an
ability, or anything like that, the idea that she then has done something or has been used in her own way with Mr. Kean in order to set up something later so that he can be able to disconnect from it. I feel like there's a lot that can be explored there, given the whole way they could be setting up his desire to cosplay as his sister, for either the sister complex thing of wanting to protect her obsessively, so he ends up kind of taking on the aspects of her for the purpose of,
So the reason why I think that happened, because that is one of those things that feels a bit odd. Like, it's great for the twist, but then why did it happen?
Why did it happen?
The reason why I think it happened is because they realized, and there was allusions to this in the conversation that Li Tianchen and Mr. Kean had in the car about betrayal and all that stuff.
Right.
Is that they realized that Li Tianchi ratted them out in some way.
Yes.
And because of their awareness of the powers and things like that, they're like, oh, some connection was made, or maybe not because of the powers, because your sister betrayed us, they will trust her. So now you need to go posing as your sister.
Well, yes,
and then,
that's what it is. But Lu Guang didn't communicate any of this to them. That's the part that, Lu Guang didn't communicate that he had been visited by
Right.
her.
So then it just, he did eventually, right. But then it's it's just a happy accident.
Not before they had all that.
Yeah, it's a happy accident, basically, that Chen Jiaxue ended up going into the past. Oh, wait, no, because, they wanted Chen Jiaxue because of the power, right? But the original thing that we were thinking is the way that they knew to go after him, or to specifically say, I'll only talk to him, is because he inhabited her body in the past, right?
Okay.
And so what if, as a result of...
I need a whiteboard.
Is there... Yeah, exactly, right? Is there any way that, as a result of all of these things that happened, that they basically realized what was going on there, and that's why they knew to go after him specifically, or to go after him in this way? I don't know.
We'll have to wait and see. I'm now realizing I'm confusing myself a little bit here. There's a lot.
There's so much stuff.
Well, right, but there's a lot that's more just simple and that straightforward stuff that I need to just focus in on that and wait for the other stuff to come later. But all right, y'all, thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon and get on early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general. And also be sure to check out our Twitch channel. So yeah, if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.